What's up guys? So today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you the new suspension setup. It's going to be on my 2011 STI. We have the HKS Hipermax SPs. Now these are the ones rated just a little bit better with a higher spring rate for the track. So kind of sacrificed a little bit of that street ride to kind of give me more stiffness and track and hopefully have the car run a little bit better. So just to let you know guys, this is a monotube design which allows for better control, which results in better ride quality when lowered. These parts also have a P&E coating. Okay, so what that does is that helps prevent the rust and the corrosion buildup when making height alterations, you know, when you get all that gunk and stuff inside. It's also all aluminum, so it's designed to reduce the unsprung weight of the whole setup, and it also has 30-step dampening force, which allows you to tune it, you know, both for the street and track. And some more facts about this. So for the front, what they have, if you have it all the way to the bottom, you have 2.8 inches of drop. The rear is going to be 2.6 inches in drop. The spring rate for the front rated at 672 pounds per inch. Sorry, and the spring rate for the front in metric would be 118 newtons per millimeter. Okay, and then you have the spring rate for the rear, which is 559 pounds per inch, and the spring rate for the rear in metric is 98 newtons per millimeter. Also, the good thing about the HKS Coilovers is that it comes with everything that you need. So if you don't have the adjustment tools, or you think that you're not going to be able to do it, HKS makes it really convenient and just gives you kind of everything. This little bag right here gives you the adjustment tools, little dampener, knob, and then zip ties in case you need to hold some hoses together. But this is overall a pretty good setup. It is a little pricey, but it's well worth the price though.
Plays an entirely different harmonic.
Alright guys, what I'm going to show you right now is just the comparison of what I had before. These are the BC Racing Coilovers. Okay, now one thing that you could tell the difference on the top plates, this BC Coilover has a thicker plate but a smaller and shorter support plate, as opposed to the design of the HKS. Has a thinner top plate, but there's two plates reinforcing it. And given this, you could kind of tell the white springs, the construction of it are a lot, you know, fatter. So that's your difference in spring rate right there. And I'll give you guys a spec on the spring rates from the BC Coilovers that I had in the back. Another thing that I wanted to point out on these BC Coilovers, they have just one spring, and then you have your two locks right there, followed by the bottom one as well. On the HKS, you have your normal spring, but then it gives you this other smaller spring kind of to help with the extra stiffness of it. And you could also see on the HKS, the bottom support is one solid piece. No welds, except for, you know, those extra little brackets for your brake lines and everything. And on the BC, they are welded, so just a bit of a difference. So you can see there's definitely a lot more strength in the HKS than there is in the BCs. Not to say BCs are bad, but I mean that's a pretty significant difference. Another thing that I wanted to show was that on these HKS, they are called inverted coilovers, and you could see the difference right here on the BCs. Aside from both of them being 30-way adjustable, the inverted HKS also have a needle which you can turn and dial up the dampening as you'd like to on the track. So that's just an extra setting that HKS has added, and these would be the superior coilover on the track. And this is what it looks like installed on the vehicle. And here we have the top view of the mount. It's right there. Do little adjustments for the camber as well as the inlet part for the knob where you're going to dial it in. Here's another look at those beautiful STI Brembo calipers. Okay guys, so these are the rear coilovers for the car. Again, BC is right there, HKS. Similar design, kind of, if you look at the top part, but if you see on the HKS, that rubber grommet slips over the top part of the spring. Okay, and again, the spoot is inside, and the adjustment would go right in there, and you can see the difference. BC has a little knob inside of it already. Doesn't seem to have a rubber grommet right there. Sorry guys, let me get the focus in. Okay. And again, if you notice, HKS has that little spring in the bottom on these beautiful SPs, just again for added control. And then you see BC just has the spring and the little collars. The bottom piece is interesting. This is again the monotube one, and if you could see it, the whole tube goes down and it's a solid piece that HKS has put in the bottom, kind of like to sleeve it. And then BC is just kind of the same, but doesn't look too sturdy. But those are the rears. This is the last piece of the puzzle, guys. So here you have your rear. Looks really nice. Next, canyons.
Somebody put your lights up. Let me see everything in the sky right now.
You'll see on my display, guys, is the linear and lateral G's as I'm driving up. I'm not driving too fast because the conditions on the road were a little bit sketchy. It was starting to rain, so just enjoy the visual.
kitten.